Hey, what's up, guys? Ian here with a vault video and it's just general update what I've been up to and WoW news kind of thing. I didn't do a video last week because it was a pre-patch. It was a clusterfuck. Servers took forever to come up, and then I still have an add-on that's broken. That's cool. My UI was a mess, and then all my add-ons were a mess, and on top of that, all my characters just got coins. So it was a big ol' flop last week. Interesting little glitch. This character, oh, you guys can't see it because it's right where my camera is, but my entire chat every time I log in is filled up with gaining and losing the title from the Trashmaster clip. Not sure if that's intended or not. But yeah, so I've been playing around. You can see I kind of made my UI just to match the old default. I kind of liked the old default. I'm not big on the ooh, shit. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm not really big on the what is it, LVUI and all that kind of stuff. I never did that. I never liked that personally, so for me this is fine. It's nice. You know, you can I'm sure everybody knows what to do and how to do this, so God, what add-on is this? They were also, all my add-ons were fine yesterday. What the fuck? But yeah, basically just the same as before. So that's that. As far as talents go, I don't really have any advice other than maybe just check Wowhead or just experiment. I don't know. I mean, it takes forever if you wanted to actually practice with every talent. I don't really play on the beta because it's like, I don't know. For me, playing on the beta is kind of like ruining the fun. Like, why would I play Dragonflight early when I'm gonna have, you know, all of Dragonflight to play Dragonflight? So I don't really play on the betas and stuff, so I don't really test stuff like that. I kind of just wait for it to be in the game and test it. So I just kind of, you know, threw together some random trees on all my characters, and then, you know, if something's like totally dog shit in a dungeon, then I'll switch it out for the next one. But it's really hard to tell, especially because conduits are still working. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 2 for 2. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what is good because conduits are still working, which will not work in Dragonflight. So you kind of have to keep this in mind. Legendaries are still working, which they won't in Dragonflight, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. 4 sets are turned off already, so you don't have to worry about that. But there is like a little interaction, like if talents overlap with your conduits or your legendary, I think the game goes with the talent version. Like, I think the talent version has precedent. So doubling up is pointless and potentially a DPS loss, because the conduit or the legendary version might be stronger than the talent version. But again, that's only if you're like pushing super high cutting edge rank 1 stuff during the post-season pre-patch, which I doubt anybody is. Otherwise you'd be kind of psycho. So personally, I am not worrying about all that. I'm just doing my 15s, just playing around with all the new stuff, and ooh. I think I already have this actually. I have one of the first halves, so I don't think that's worthwhile. So I'll take some coins. I already have a first half, plus the 2 second halves are better on a pally. What is this? Why is this add-on broken all of a sudden? It was fine yesterday. So yeah, I'm just kind of fucking around doing my 15s, playing with new talents here and there. Some of the classes have really cool new talents. For example, I'm really liking Druid, who I'm coincidentally logging in on, because you have access to a lot of stuff. You can change your current covenant, again, if you kind of want to min-max, to like Venthyr or Kyrian, because Convoke is a talent and Adaptive Swarm is a talent. So you could potentially have 3 covenant abilities at once on a Druid. Craziness. So that's pretty insane. But yeah, Druid talents I think are really good. And you know, this is the legendary. I think there's a couple others that are legendaries too in here. Yeah, this is a legendary. I think one of these is also a legendary. I know there's like 3 legendaries, a bunch of covenants, and Druids are crazy. Druids got to keep a lot of stuff. So yeah, having a lot of fun on my Druid as usual. No haste. How much haste do I have? Ooh, I'm not at the haste soft cap yet. I'll take it. I'll take it anyway. Maybe not equip it, but I'll take it. Maybe it'll be good for leveling or... fuck it, I'll wear it. Because then, hell yeah. Let's throw that in there since my bags are full of shit. Ooh, my bank is full of shit. Jesus. Yeah, I'll just do that in case maybe it's better for leveling or something. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some weird scaling stuff when the actual Dragonflight launches. Who knows? So, a couple extra item level doesn't hurt. Speaking of classes that are a little different with talents, Shadow Priest is weird. I'm sure if you play a Shadow Priest, you already know what I'm talking about, but I just don't know what the goal is with Shadow Priest. Single target is fine, but single target has kind of been fine all of Shadowlands, so that's nothing new. But the AoE is just very strange. I'm not really sure if they want us to be multi-dotting or they want us to be doing Mindseer, but Mindseer is now a spender. So you know most classes have like builders and spenders, but Mindseer now costs insanity, and it costs a lot of insanity. So you don't even really get that many Mindseers in a dungeon. And even then, you don't have that. I don't even remember the talent name. Oh, cool. That's cool. Let's go trinket. I'm not sure if it's better or worse, but I mean, it's cool. I'll take it. Play around with it. But you don't have that thing that you used to have where your Mindseer could then, you could like hit it and put dots on everything. Now it's just Mindseer. So if you're trying to like AoE dot, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I don't really know what you're supposed to do when someone pulls a giant, 12 pack of mobs. I don't really know. You also have like, where is it? Yeah, here, you can get Halo as Shadow, which is like cool, I guess, but it like pulls everything because it's AoE in every direction. So it's good. So I don't know, maybe I'll switch to Divine Star, or maybe since it's on the priest tree, maybe it's something you kind of just don't ever really use. You also get mind games. Which, I mean, is obviously a cool ability and strong in certain situations, but in like a dungeon, I don't really know how often you're going to be using it. You also get this cool thing. After 25 apparitions, you summon a thing from beyond. So that's kind of cool. I mean, there's like cool stuff on every class, but some of it, specifically priest. Oh shit, did I hit exit? Oh, fuck my ass, man. Alright, I'm logging back in. But priest specifically feels very clunky. Like clunky and, I don't know, just awkward. Not really strong or anything. Whereas druid feels buttery smooth, and you got, you know, so many different abilities and cooldowns, so it's very strange seeing the comparison between classes that large of a divide, where one thing can seem like super well thought out by the design team and one thing can seem kind of like, what the fuck, you know? It's just kind of very strange. Speaking of stuff with tons of options, Monk has tons of cool things. I guess I didn't really talk about this with Rogue or Paladin or Warrior, but now that I have nothing else in real life to talk about, I can talk about talents. So Monk has a lot of cool stuff too. You can also do the druid thing right now. Oh, cool. Okay, and I don't even have to catalyze. Nice, hell yeah. Max item level, no catalyze required. Oh, fuck, man. Give me just a sec here, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. And I will show you what I mean. This Monk, you can also get 3 abilities currently. Because you have Feline Stomp as a talent, Boneless Brew as a talent, and you can pick a Covenant. So you can have 3 things as a monk too. Pretty crazy. And as a monk, you can get Fort Brew, and Damage Arm, and Diffuse. These were, you used to be on a talent tree and you had to pick. Sorry, my brother walked in and asked me a question, but yeah, so you can get 3 Covenant abilities as a monk, which is pretty crazy, and 3 defensives as a monk, which is pretty crazy. Super strong, super fun. Also, this tank druid in my dungeon was unbelievably strong, I guess because of the trinket, that weird Cache of Ancient Treasures trinket from Sepulture, and somehow Moonfire was his top damage as a bear, and he did 25k average overall, which is insane. On the big pulls, there were maybe 3 big pulls in the dungeon, he was literally doing like 160k DPS. It was unbelievable. Again, I don't know if it was some weird talent combination or what, but it was unreal. It was unreal the damage that guy was pumping. And he was a tank. So it was crazy. Speaking of really strong stuff, Affliction. I've been telling you guys for weeks, Affliction. Pretty good. And of course, Affliction was super good these last week or 2. They were top DPS in raid on the, according to Wowhead, for all 3 raids. And they were even hotfixed because they were like, I think they were technically abusing a bug on their, one of their Covenant abilities. But yeah, Affliction, super, super strong too. Lots of fun. You don't really have anything new, but it's, I don't know, it just feels really good to play. You feel super strong. You are super strong. So Affliction is tons of fun. I'm really enjoying it as I was before. Ooh. Okay, I have coins. Okay. It's a potential Saki. Saki if I needy. Okay, I could use a socket. Okay. The same thing, a lot of these classes are kind of in this situation where you have like a covenant ability now in the tree, and you can pick a covenant because it's like the pre-patch. So just keep that in mind if you want to double dip. I can't guarantee it's going to be super strong or super smooth gameplay wise in terms of your rotation and optimal play, but it's possible. In terms of tanks, Warrior is super strong damage wise, but I still think Demon Hunter is the most well-rounded and most fun. The coolest addition to these talents, I mean, I guess you could add this too, but you can get Vengeful Retreat as a tank. So you can jump back, jump forward, tons and tons and tons of mobility. And you get the Hunt as a tank, which I guess you already could, but you can get it without sacrificing your Covenant at the moment. Is it good or useful? I don't really know when to use it because it's kind of awkward as a tank, but it's just fun to press. I mean, it's got a huge range, 50-yard range. You just like shoom at somebody, do a little bit of AoE, and then you heal when you damage them. So I mean, it's cool. Cool, fun, useful, debatable. But I love that they're giving you a bunch of cool stuff and stuff that's also thematic. So this is super good. Holy shit. Biss. Sorry, as usual, I'm recording this at night, so I'm trying to be a little considerate of my roommates. And I'm just always soft-spoken, you guys know that. Lots of ASMR comments as usual. Maybe one day I'll finally do it. Oh, this is good. Look how far the Hunt is. See, you can see the gray circle, the red circle. So right, this is how long the range is. That's so far. Imagine that was like in a dungeon. You could cover this distance. Like, it's crazy how much mobility you have as a tank now. And you could add Vengeful Retreat and you get 2 jumps. It's unbelievable. Look how cool that is. That's so cool. Again, you could have done that before, sure, but now you also get Unseen Decree and the Hunt. So I think that's super cool. But then again, I have a soft spot for Demon Hunter, so maybe I'm biased. Alright, so DK. I've had some in my groups, and they've been crazy strong. But when I was playing it, I don't know if I was just doing it wrong or fucking up or what. Because I felt crazy weak. There's some cool stuff. You do get A-Bomb Limb as a talent. You don't need, again, the Covenant, so you can kind of double dip a little bit. And there was this one, this talent. So you can kind of go 2 ways or at least as Unholy. I guess this doesn't apply if you're Frost, but the thing that empowers your ghoul, you can get a talent that empowers all of your ghouls. So that's cool. So you can do like a pet build or a disease build. So that's cool, but again, maybe I just picked the wrong one, or maybe I just suck. But I was not doing well. Also did a dungeon as tank, and it seems the same. Honestly, it seems the same as before. Oh hell yeah. Direct upgrade, no haste on it, but max item level. We got pretty damn lucky this week. These are much better than last week's literally all coins except for one character. So this is huge. But yeah, the blood seems the same honestly as before, maybe a little weaker just because you don't have your 4 set anymore, so your dancing rune weapon isn't like stupidly broken overpowered, but it's still very strong. Obviously there's talents to where it kind of mimics the 4 set and you can kind of extend the duration quite a bit. I guess piggybacking off that, Survival Hunter feels weird, especially without the 4 set. You feel pretty weak comparatively. I had one in my group that was super strong, but everyone else was kind of average, and then when I was playing it I kind of felt pretty average too. A lot of the abilities, they're like this whole side is kind of like mongoose bite and stuff, and then this whole side is like the bombs, but the bombs just aren't nearly as strong. They're just not as strong. Also, you notice a lot of specs bring back the old artifact weapon abilities, so that's pretty cool. If you played in Legion, a lot of classes and a lot of specs bring back the artifact abilities, so that's really fun. But yeah, Hunter just feels weird. Kind of again double dipping a little bit on the covenants. You can get Death Chakram, and again you can pick your own covenant plus Death Chakram, and then you have this Sentient Owl, which is kind of like Resonating Arrow, well, it doesn't do any like damage or crit bonus, it just lets you ignore line of sight. So it's interesting. It's also very small. It's like it's this big. Resonating Arrow is this big, so it's like, I don't know, 30% smaller. So it's a little weird, but I haven't played the bow specs yet, but I'm thinking I might switch honestly, because I might take this for for leveling when legendaries are turned off, because that's huge. I might try bow spec because marksman is apparently crazy strong now, and I mean Beastmastery's been strong ever since you had the shrouded buff in dungeons. So Year of the Spear, at least from my perspective, Year of the Spear may be over. Maybe back to Year of the Bow, Year of the Pet. So that's a little sad, but it was fun while it lasted. I'm sure it's still good. It's just maybe I'm just doing it wrong, or maybe I picked bad talents or something. Who knows? Mage, I've only played Frost, but Frost seems stronger than it's ever been. A little bit annoying because it also has that thing I said at the beginning where like a lot of these kind of overlap with your conduits. So technically you don't want to pick the talents because the conduits are stronger, but then you gotta like, so it's kind of a mess and it's annoying, but you can kind of abuse that to do tons and tons of damage. You also just, I don't know, the Frost spec just seems super strong. Like almost every option is like sick. Almost none of these talents are kind of like, man, I hate that I have to get that just to get something else. Like they're all super good and super impactful. And Mage just has a ton of good stuff here. Very weird thing though is this shifting power. Now, I haven't used it, but see how it now says Mage ability cooldowns, and then this one is interesting. Casting Ice Lance reduces the cooldown of loss of control abilities. So, like, you can... Oh, where is it? Maybe, yeah. Dragon's Breath. 45-second cooldown, but you can Dragon's Breath, spam a bunch of Ice Lances, and then Dragon's Breath sooner? So, interesting. You know, it's like, that's a very weird... Also, oh, this was really weird. Invisibility and greater invisibility are two separate invisibilities. You literally have two invis as a mage now, if you want. You can regular invis, and you can greater invis. Because greater invis used to always replace this, but now you get both. That's crazy. And they brought Blast Wave back. And it's the good Blast Wave from the olden days where it's basically Thunderstorm. Because I remember they brought it back once and it was just a slow, and then they removed it again. But now it's back to how it was in like Kata or Wrath. And it's super strong. You knock stuff back super far. Tons of fun. So yeah, Mage is sick. I love Mage. I've always loved Mage. God damn it. Alright, well. The dream of the full 304 4 set is approaching its end. There's only a couple of weeks. My weeks are numbered to get the 304 chest. Yeah, definitely having fun with Mage. I want to try the other specs. I'm going to try other talents on all my characters this week. Trying to do a lot of stuff like just finishing Shadowlands stuff, farming any mounts I don't have yet, or I think I know this guy, Chaos Warrior. This seems very familiar. Maybe just, you know, trying to go for any pets, spending my anima. Trying to spend my anima on stuff, transmogs, stuff like that. Any last minute achievements and, you know, Torghast or Zereth Mortis so I never have to go back. Just stuff like that. Just kind of like tying up any loose ends of Shadowlands, if that makes sense. Alright, sorry about that. My brother came in again one last time. He's about to go to the store. But, yes, Frost Mage. Super fun. I'm going to play the other specs this week and stuff. Tie up loose ends, blah, blah, blah. Maybe do more videos, time permitting. I say that every week, but if I say it enough, maybe it'll actually happen. I guess the only cool thing to show you guys this time is if you're on the fence about giving Blizzard $155, I can show you the mounts, because I gave Blizzard $155. So this mount's cool. I love the mounts. I don't really mind the promotions like this because it's cheaper than buying game time by itself, first of all. And the mounts are literally just a bonus. Like, the mounts aren't factored into the price. The price is literally cheaper than if you would just pay $15 a month. So it's, in my mind, kind of a no-brainer because I don't plan on quitting in the next 12 months. So again, for me, it was a no-brainer. But if you're the kind of person who plays for a patch and quits for a patch and plays for an expansion, quits for an expansion, or you're kind of like on the fence, maybe you don't play and you're like considering coming back but you're not really 100% sure, then yeah, it's a ton of money to just drop willy-nilly like that. I think it is 155. I guess I can't see it because I have it, but I think it is 155 US dollars. So again, it's just kind of depending on your financial situation. But again, in my mind, I was already going to pay and play for the next 12 consecutive months. So it is technically saving me money. And I get free mounts out of it. So this is the big guy. I think he's super cool. I think he has the Gronling skeleton, so he does the same animations as like Pound Fist and those things, as the Yeti. So his special is you kind of like you throw a fishing pole and you kind of taunt him with a little fish, and then he eats it. So it's kind of cute. It's cool. I like it. Again, it doesn't have a unique skeleton, but the model is obviously super unique. I said I like it, and I've said in the past I don't really like big mounts, so I don't know how much I'll actually use it. But I am glad I have it, and I will use it here and there. It's not just going to be like +1. Okay, never going to use them again. I think he's cool, so. Let's see, then the other one. I wonder what, if you can just type in beetle maybe. Yeah, okay, cool. So the other one I think is gorgeous. This mount is beautiful colors. Very bright turquoise and green and gold. Wowheads had a little factoid. It's the first ever Nerubian mount. So that's cool. It does fly. So don't worry about it being a ground mount. It does fly. It also has a cool little animation. See those wings? Super fluorescent turquoise. Very nice, very pretty. I don't know what skeleton this is right off the top of my head. I think, I don't know if it is it might be a unique skeleton. You know, a little bit of head bob, but nothing too egregious. So I honestly might use this mount a lot more. Again, it's kind of small. It can fit through doors. It can fit in little huts and tents when you're questing. It doesn't cover the whole mailbox. I think this is a super awesome mount. Super, super awesome. And it flies. So I think this mount is fantastic. And then the other mystery mount, if you buy the package, you get a mystery mount, which is to be determined. It is this bunny rabbit that you will get, like the next lunar mount you will just get. So again, it's basically 3 free mounts, and if you don't already have this one, that's also that one for free, which I've showed you guys before. I think this one's super cool too. It's a ton of shit for free. So I think that's super cool. Again, if you're on the fence or if you don't have a ton of money, I understand. I'm not trying to push you one way or the other, but I like them. I'm glad I did it. I was going to play WoW and pay for it anyway, so why not? Maybe me showing you helped you make a decision one way or the other. But I don't know. I still think my Zenith. I need to add this to my bar on my new bars. Yeah, here, I'll go right there. I still think this is my favorite mount for now. I think I'm gonna be using this and the book. The book is super sick. I still think these are probably my 2 favorite mounts from Shadowlands. I love these 2 mounts. The mount specials are so cool. Whoa. Whoa. So I love that. But yeah, that's it. Oh, also, I guess not included. I don't really play Classic. I mean, it's included in our subscription. I have a character, but I don't really play it. But I guess it's not shown because it's not in this game specifically. But you also get a wrath mount. You get like some frosty corrupted Drake, and you'll get a pet for the lunar thing. You'll get a bunny pet, and you get a Drake. So you also get stuff for classic if you're a classic player. So don't feel left out. I guess if you're playing classic WoW, you get a free mount. Saves you. I guess it's not as impactful anymore now that it's Wrath, but I don't think flying mounts were that expensive in Wrath. I think it was mostly BC where flying mounts were super expensive, but you get a free flying mount. So that's cool. Yeah, that's about it. I've been rambling for quite a while. So yeah, sorry, I guess I didn't upload last week. I'll try to be better about that, and I will try to explore the talents a little more. Again, I kind of only stuck to my main specs so far, but I'm going to try to branch out and try the other specs too. Maybe play around with some of the capstone talents and kind of see what those are like. It's also a little bit frustrating because we don't have all of our points. When we level up in Dragonflight, we'll have 5 more points on each side, so you'll be able to get more capstones as we level in the future. So you're kind of playing with a little bit of a gimped build and a little bit of a janky build because you're covenants and conduits and all that bullshit. So it's a weird time. It's a weird interim period, but I'm having fun as usual. I'm still playing. I see no reason to take a break personally, so I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And until next time, I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully I'll still be doing 15s. I'm not quite as motivated to do, exactly 15s because it's the pre-patch and the season's over and gear's about to be replaced by questing greens, so I'll try to get 15s on everybody just because, higher item level, but I'm not really going to lose any sleep if I fail a key or if I forget and only do like a 5 or something. So yeah, enough rambling. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and yeah, bye guys. Thanks.